Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel where we unlock the hidden treasures lying in plain sight. Today, we are diving deep into three of Australia's most mysterious and highly sought-after coins. First up, the 1981 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin without a mint mark. Yes, you heard that right. A simple 20-cent coin from 1981 can actually be a collector's dream, but only if it lacks a mint mark. So sit tight as we uncover the story, the secrets, and the surprising value behind this rare gem from the land down under. Back in 1981, the Royal Australian Mint produced millions of 20-cent coins for circulation. Most of these coins were struck in Canberra, while a significant number were minted overseas in Canada and Wales to meet Australia's growing demand for coinage during that time. The Canadian minted coins had a distinct feature: a tiny dot below the neck of Queen Elizabeth II. This dot, or lack thereof, makes all the difference in a coin's value today. What makes this coin so unique is the absence of any mint mark. No letter, nothing under the Queen's bust. This specific version was minted in very limited numbers or, in some cases, might have been an error that escaped quality checks. And in the world of numismatics, errors and limited editions are pure gold. The fewer that exist, the higher the value they command among collectors. Now you might be wondering, why would a missing dot make a coin so valuable? The answer lies in rarity and demand. Coins with mint marks are common and easily found in circulation. But those without the mint mark, especially in excellent or uncirculated condition, are becoming increasingly rare. Some experts suggest these were either experimental strikes or unintended releases, making them significantly more desirable for serious collectors. Fast forward to today, and the 1981 no mint mark 20-cent coin is not just a piece of metal, it's a piece of history. A relic from a time when mistakes turned into miracles. In numismatic auctions and private sales, such coins have fetched jaw-dropping amounts, depending on their grade, condition, and authenticity. Reports from recent collectors and coin enthusiasts indicate that these coins have been sold for up to $500 Australian or more, depending on their state. Imagine holding a coin that was originally worth just 20 cents, now turning into a prized possession that could bring in hundreds. That's the thrill of coin collecting. Small change transforming into significant value. What makes this even more exciting is the thrill of the hunt. These coins could still be hiding in your change jar, old wallet, or that forgotten drawer in your cupboard. Unlike some ultra-rare coins locked away in museums, the 1981 no mint mark 20 cent is still out there, waiting to be discovered by sharp eyes and lucky hands. The coin features the iconic portrait of Queen Elizabeth II designed by Arnold McKim, a design used on Australian coins from 1966 to 1984. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of a platypus swimming through water, designed by Stuart Devlin. The design itself is elegant and timeless, but the value lies in what's not there, the missing mint mark. This coin tells a story of craftsmanship, history, and an era when every small detail mattered. It also reflects the transition phase in Australia's minting history, a time when the pressure to meet coin demands led to outsourcing production to mints overseas, leading to small yet significant variations in the final products. So, is the 1981 Elizabeth 20-cent coin without a mint mark really valuable? Absolutely. It's not just valuable, it's legendary. It represents that rare moment when an ordinary object becomes extraordinary simply because it defied expectations. It skipped the rules, and in doing so, carved its name into the elite club of collectible coins. Now, imagine showcasing such a coin to fellow collectors or investors. Owning one doesn't just offer financial benefit. It places you in a league of exclusive collectors who appreciate the history and uniqueness of every coin in their possession. It tells people you don't just collect coins, you collect stories, eras, and forgotten legends. And here's the exciting part: the maximum value of this coin, in pristine condition and authenticated, can soar even higher than $500 Australian if found in an MS-graded slab. Some online forums and private dealer quotes have gone as high as $800 to $1,000 Australian for top-quality examples. That's a 5,000-fold increase from its face value. So the next time you go through your old coin stash or get change from a store, Take a moment to look closely at those 1981 coins. You never know, you might just stumble upon a treasure worth hundreds of dollars. That's the magic of coin collecting, friends, the extraordinary hiding in the ordinary. We encourage you to keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and your hands ready. Check every detail, examine every mark, or the absence of it. Because your next big find could be right there, waiting to be discovered. Thank you for tuning in, and if you found this story inspiring, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more coin mysteries and hidden treasures. And remember, sometimes the smallest things hold the biggest surprises. Keep collecting and keep the passion alive. Next up, the Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark. You may have seen this coin countless times without ever realizing that one of these small metal discs could be holding significant value, not only now but possibly even more in the future. Let's dive deep into its history, hidden worth, and why this coin deserves a special place in your collection. The year 1970 was a time of change and celebration in Australia. The nation was growing, modernizing, and building its own identity under the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Coinage was an essential part of daily life, and the Royal Australian Mint was in full swing producing millions of coins to meet circulation needs. But among these common coins, some were made with distinct qualities that make them stand out today, and one of them is the 1970 20-cent coin with no mint mark. Now you might be asking, what does no mint mark even mean, and why should it matter? Typically, a mint mark is a small identifying letter or symbol that shows where a coin was struck. While many coins from other years may show variations based on this mark, the 1970 20-cent coin stands out because it has none. That subtle absence transforms this coin from ordinary change into a mysterious artifact with growing collector interest. The obverse side of this coin features the timeless portrait of Queen Elizabeth II by Arnold Machin, an image of regal grace that has become a symbol of an entire generation. Flip it over, and you'll see the bold image of a platypus gracefully swimming through water, designed by Stuart Devlin. The detail is stunning, the design iconic, but it's what you don't see that matters most, the lack of a mint mark, making it a unique identifier in the world of Australian coins. Collectors are increasingly turning their attention to vintage coins like this 1970 edition, not only for their beauty and historical significance but for their potential to gain substantial value over time. As the years pass, coins from this era are disappearing from circulation. Those that remain in good condition, particularly those uncirculated or in mint state, are fetching higher and higher prices at auctions and private sales. Currently, depending on the condition and rarity, the 1970 20-cent coin can sell for anywhere between $100 and $500 Australian dollars. But that's just the beginning. Coins graded in high mint state, MS60 or higher, by professional grading services have been listed for prices upwards of $1,000 to even $1,500 in collector circles. These figures might seem surprising for a 20-cent coin, but for experienced numismatists, this is just the start. As we look into the future, the value of such coins is only set to rise. Because as more collectors join the hunt, the demand increases while the supply continues to shrink. The fewer well-preserved coins there are, the higher the price will go. Some experts believe that over the next decade, top-grade 1970 20-cent coins could reach values as high as $2,000 to $3,000, especially if coin collecting maintains its current momentum across Australia and beyond. But remember, value isn't just about money, it's about history, significance, and rarity. Owning a 1970 no mint mark 20-cent coin is like holding a small piece of Australian heritage in your hand. It's a connection to a time of change, of national growth, and of royal presence. Every mark, every edge, every engraving tells a silent story of the people who used it and the era it represents. One of the reasons this coin continues to gain interest is the simple fact that most people overlook it. It's not flashy. It doesn't scream rarity at first glance. But for those with a trained eye and a little knowledge, it becomes a hidden gem, the kind of coin that might be resting in your pocket change or old coin jar without you even realizing it. So yes, the 1970 no mint mark Elizabeth 20-cent coin is valuable, not just in its current form, but even more so in its potential. As interest in vintage Australian coins surges, coins like this are being recognized as investment pieces, collectible artifacts, and prized possessions for any serious numismatist. And that's where the excitement lies. The next big discovery might not come from a museum or an auction house, but from your own home. That old coin album, that forgotten box in the garage, or even your childhood savings jar could be holding a coin worth hundreds of dollars in the near future. So take action. Examine your coins. Look for that 1970 Elizabeth 20-cent with no mint mark. If it's in great condition, you could be holding a valuable item, not just sentimentally, but financially. And if you're lucky enough to find one in pristine condition, don't be surprised if collectors and dealers are willing to pay top dollar. The market is real. The interest is rising. And your next treasure hunt starts with knowledge and curiosity. Keep your eyes sharp, your mind open, and your passion burning. Because in the world of coins, value doesn't always come from gold or silver. Sometimes, it comes from a simple 20-cent piece from 1970, quietly waiting to be recognized. Thank you for watching, and if you found this coin story inspiring, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more amazing insights into the world of hidden treasures. And remember, sometimes, the most valuable things in life are the ones most easily overlooked. Keep collecting and who knows? Your fortune could be just one coin away. Next up, the 1978 Elizabeth II 20-cent coin with no mint mark. This is not just spare change. It's a hidden treasure that holds much more than its face value. From collectors to investors, there's a rising interest in this coin, and you're about to find out why. The 1978 20-cent coin was produced during a period when Australia was quietly shifting gears in its national development. With Queen Elizabeth II as the reigning monarch, the country was both respecting tradition and embracing modern change. The Royal Australian Mint was at the heart of this evolution, continuing its role in minting coinage for everyday use. Among these, the 1978 20-cent coin was released without any mint mark, a feature that may seem insignificant to the untrained eye but makes all the difference in the world of numismatics. The design of this coin speaks to Australia's unique identity. On the obverse is the elegant profile of Queen Elizabeth II, sculpted by Arnold Machin. Her presence on the coin reflects the constitutional ties and heritage of the nation. Flip the coin and you are met with a beautiful depiction of a platypus swimming across the reverse, created by artist Stuart Devlin. It's a symbol of Australia's diverse and mysterious wildlife, and a design that remains one of the most beloved in Australian currency history. What sets the 1978 coin apart is not only its artistic and cultural value but its scarcity in premium condition. While millions were struck, coins from this era were often used in daily transactions, leaving few in uncirculated or mint state today. Combine that with the absence of any mint mark, and you have a version of the coin that serious collectors are increasingly chasing. There is something about coins without mint marks that creates allure. It's that subtle rarity, the kind you don't notice until someone points it out, and then suddenly it becomes priceless. The demand for the 1978 no mint mark 20-cent coin is growing steadily. More and more collectors are turning their attention to late 70s Australian coins, recognizing their historical placement between the early decimal currency era and to the later modern coinage styles. Auction houses, online marketplaces, and numismatic communities have all seen rising interest in this coin, especially from those who are building full-date collections of 20-cent pieces. Right now, depending on the condition, the 1978 20-cent coin with no mint mark can fetch anywhere from $100 to $1,000 Australian dollars in collector markets. However, this number jumps significantly for coins that are in exceptional condition, the kind that has been preserved carefully, showing minimal wear and strong detail. Coins graded in mint state, MS, can command values between $1,000 to $2,000 or more, and this is only expected to rise with time. The potential of this coin is what makes it truly exciting. As older coins vanish from circulation and high-grade examples become rarer, the value of coins like the 1978 edition is predicted to climb. Some numismatists believe that in the next 5 to 10 years, top-tier examples of this coin could be selling for $3,000 or more, especially if they come with official grading certification. The history behind why this coin was minted in 1978 is just as compelling. That year was not marked by any dramatic coin redesign or national event, but that's what makes this coin interesting. It represents a steady heartbeat in Australia's economic story. A time when coins weren't about spectacle, but about function, subtly carrying the weight of a nation's commerce in their modest frames. Collectors often talk about the thrill of the hunt, and this coin offers just that. It may still be sitting quietly in your change drawer, among everyday coins that seem unimportant. But to the right person, someone who understands its significance, it could be worth far more. This is the kind of coin that gets overlooked by millions, yet sought after by thousands. And every day, more people are learning its true worth. If you're holding on to a 1978 20-cent coin with no mint mark, you might be holding on to more than just pocket change. You're holding a piece of Australian history that is gaining respect and recognition in the numismatic world. And if it's in great condition, you could very well be sitting on a coin worth 100 times its face value or more. The rise in interest for this coin is real. Forums are buzzing with discussions, and new collectors are actively hunting down this date to complete their sets. The buzz is growing, and with it, so is the value. There's no better time than now to check your collection, your old wallets, your coin jars. You never know where one might be hiding. So yes, this coin is valuable. It is gaining in both demand and price. It tells the story of a nation, of a time, and of people who used it without ever imagining it would one day be sought after by collectors across the globe. It is a sleeper hit in the coin world, quiet but powerful. Thank you for watching, and if you found this journey into Australia's coinage history fascinating, make sure to like this video, leave a comment with your thoughts or finds, and subscribe for more rare coin stories and updates. Because here, we don't just count coins, we uncover their true value, their history, and their potential to surprise us all. Keep collecting, stay curious, and never underestimate what a small piece of metal can become.